Well, hello everyone! In this video, I am going to share my fantasy journey into starting to build a house or base high up in the trees in one of the Minecraft worlds I play in. Here it goes. After having created a smaller wooden and glass house before, I decided to scrap it and transform it into this much more castle-like themed build, with stone bricks and larger windows. I wanted a more rounder shape to the house too. But, knowing me, I sometimes am more than ready and willing to scrap this one as well, or simply move on to a completely new build, just like that, if I am excited about something else, which I am. So, with that being said, I wanted to start yet again a new upgrade, or even if it isn't as great as I want it to be, a change to my scenery here, again, and create a new home. So, here it goes. What I wanted to do was build a house that was set up high in the treetops, but thinking about the size of the normal trees in the game, I wouldn't have as tall of a house as I would be imagining, so I would first try to create really tall trees. It's a good thing for me that I am currently right next to a forest with spruce, which is the type of tree I want to make very tall trees with. I want a few of these larger tree variants growing close together, but not too close. Close enough that I can connect rooms at the tops of the leaves. So, I ventured out to gather some saplings of spruce trees. I wanted a bunch in case I end up needing more than I thought I did. The next thing I did was to find a spot where I wanted the new tree-style base to be settled. Maybe not right next to my castle thing exactly, but a little tiny bit further off, so I personally feel like I'm starting a little bit more fresh in some way and new. I planted the saplings close together in groups of 4 so that they'd grow up into a very large version of spruce. This way my home can be very high up, like I was imagining, and overlook some of the land. And I feel like the tree theme makes it seem close to nature, in my opinion, and I love nature. I like a lot of things. That's part of the reason I can almost never decide on a style of house I want to stick with in these games. Once the trees grew, or at least the amount I wanted them, I think I needed at the time, I began the preparations to climb. I wanted ladders to be able to get up to the area I wanted to build in, so I had made some of those. Next thing I wanted was to figure out what tree would be my entranceway to the base, so I picked a tree and started placing the ladders up that one, so I could start the build itself. To do so, I also wanted to begin with wooden plank platforms around the tops of the trees and connect them to each other, which was something that I think would be interesting for my build, so many spruce planks would be needed for my project. Luckily, having collected the resources from many spruces to get saplings from earlier, I already had a lot of spruce logs in my inventory for making planks with. Ta-da! And off to building I was. The next thing I did was start to build my platform around the tops of the trees, and connect them. I would want fences decorating the outsides as well, in my opinion, along with leaves, I would collect to make it seem like I'm more inside of the tree leaves than around them, from the appearance of the inside, in my opinion. Perfect! Now I've got to make it feel a little bit more cozy and homey to me. Maybe some lanterns, a bed, chests, and storage, and maybe even some fences around the side. I think that I would really like that. Okay, so here I go placing some of those items that I think can make this look more like not just platforms and the tops of trees, but adding some of the items that I would have in kind of a house or base. So I went ahead and made some lanterns. I had some chests placed around. I realized that the lantern was a little bit too close to the bed, so I moved the bed over. I have the crafting table over there, and I decided to hang a couple lanterns here and there, one on this side, one near the bed, and one on the other side of the base. So I was thinking I wanted to place this one a little bit more further out than right next to a block. So I think the lanterns looked really cool. Next I went ahead and I started placing some fences down just so that I could kind of border in, kind of like a barrier, the edges of the place. Now I didn't have enough fences at the moment to completely have a loop around the entire platform, so later on I went ahead and I added some different kind of blocks to do that. So I ran out of one type of wooden fence, so I continued with the next. I realized that I didn't want to continue on that side and wanted more the space that I was decorating in to have more of the fences, so I continued back on this side where the entrance would be. And then I went ahead and I started placing a little bit more decoration and storage. So I had some barrels, which I wanted to place along with the chests and the other items that I had laying about. So there was that. I decided I wanted a couple more chests here, just kind of laying around where the tops of the trees are, for decoration for now and possibly storage. I might move them later, though. The next thing that I worked on was finally getting to those extra leaves that I feel make it look like I am inside a tree's top rather than just surrounding it. My opinion. I just really like the look of all this green. I don't know if the rest of you think it looks like I'm inside a tree, but like I said, it's my opinion. I think it looks like I am kind of inside the big tree's leaves, but I guess I could see it both ways. Either way, I just kind of really like the look of this. I like all this green, so lots of green I decorated with here. I want eventually to have 2 double beds that are also green to match the theme, but didn't have any green dye at the time, I don't believe. Maybe I'll look again. Overall, I'm very excited about how this build is turning out. I even have a little chicken friend, too, which hatched from a tossed egg. So cute! Yee! Anyways, this is what I have so far, and I'm very happy with it so far. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye! And was just a little walkthrough of what I had built. And I am admiring the scenery with the lanterns at night lighting everything up. So here is just a little clip of what everything looks like so far, without me just actively building things. Oh, it looks like my chicken went to the other side of the base. Anyways, bye!